Soviet wrestlers have some of the thickest, most powerful wrists in the entire world that help them dominate everything from small matches to the Olympics. And that's because they discovered exercises that most people aren't aware of or completely ignore. So I'm going to show you the 4 secret exercises to build thick, strong wrists so you don't waste time or hurt yourself. Starting with exercise number 1, knuckle push-ups. Wrestlers and fighters do these all the time, and there's a good reason for it. When you push on your fists instead of flat palms, nothing feels stable. So your forearms have to stay tight the whole time just to keep you from collapsing. In a regular push-up, your wrists just sit there, doing basically nothing. But on your knuckles, your fists take the load. Your wrists work from the first rep to the last. This builds the flexor side, which is the underside of the wrist. That's the part that gives your forearm that thick look from below. And no, the flexors are not dinosaurs. It's actually a muscle name. To do this exercise, you want to keep it simple. 2 to 3 sets with 8 to 15 reps. If your knuckles are hurting, then you can put a towel under them, or just push through it like all my good subscribers. Keep your knuckles under your shoulders and don't let your wrists cave in. But this is only one exercise, and one exercise doesn't really give you enough for actually growing a thick wrist. That's why we're going to talk about the next exercise, rice bucket digs. So this exercise targets the extensors. All you have to do is grab a bucket of dry rice or sand, preferably sand so you don't waste food. Now push both hands in, fingers first, and start moving them slowly, almost like you're digging through it. Keep it controlled and keep it going for 2 to 3 minutes. Don't rush and don't stop halfway. I know it looks ridiculous, like you're searching for the keys at the beach, but don't let that fool you. These muscles are what gives your wrists that thickness from the top. And that's honestly the first thing people notice when they look at your arms. If your extensors are weak, your wrist just looks incomplete. Doesn't matter how much else you train, something will still be missing. And now that we've hit the front and the back of the wrist, it's time to move on to the exercise that works the sides. This exercise hits the rotors, the pronators and the supinators. The pronators and the supinators. These are what let you flip your palm up and down. It's the muscles that help you rotate your wrist. Those are what helps grow the side thickness. And without it, your forearm looks flat from every angle. To be honest, this is the most ignored movement in most training programs, and what wrestlers found out will change how you think about it. Gyms have a machine for like literally everything except for this. But the Soviet wrestlers built it anyways. Because every grip, every struggle on the mat forced their arms to rotate under load. Now it's going to sound ridiculous, but all you have to do is grab a weight like a water bottle or a hammer, something kind of light but heavy, and just rotate your wrist. And you're going to keep rotating it until you hit the subscribe button. You're going to do about 3 sets with 12 to 15 reps on each side. Keep it slow and controlled and don't swing it around. Honestly, you can start right now. Just grab whatever's next to you and try it. Now I want to get into the actual science behind building thicker wrists, but first there's one last exercise I have to talk about. And this exercise actually puts all 4 movements together. And most people skip it because it looks like it doesn't do anything, but it's not true. The exercise that you're going to do is called towel hangs, or known as towel rows. Just throw a towel over a bar and hang from it, or wrap it around a door handle and pull yourself in, either works. Now once you're up there, just keep it steady. And this isn't about going fast. Go for 3 sets and just hang there for as long as you actually can. Try to build up to a full minute each set before you even think about making it harder. And once you can hit that minute without it feeling like a struggle, then you level it up, not before. Now here's why it works so well. The towel is thick and kind of unstable, like my ex. So your wrist has to stay active the whole time. There's no point where you can just relax. A normal bar lets your hands settle in. You can coast a little. The towel doesn't give you that. And that gap, that's exactly where the wrists get built. But what do you get from it? Well, you get stronger flexors, better grip, and forearms that actually look impressive. Now this comes from Soviet wrestlers. They do the same thing but with climbing ropes. Also, if you're interested in Soviet training or learning about the exercises they use to dominate the Olympics, and maybe hate normal social media fitness stuff, well, check out the first link in the description. I put together an ebook to help you transform your body, life, or just if you want to learn how they did it. Anyways, their wrists didn't grow from curls or machines. It came from this kind of work, just holding tension over and over for years. But the secret to their strong wrists weren't just these exercises. There are specific reasons why this kind of training works the way it does. So let me tell you about the science, because all of these exercises don't mean anything if you don't understand this. Because most people think wrist sizes are just genetics, like you've got it or you don't. But it's not true, because your wrist has 3 parts. Your bones, which is a fixed part and you're born with it, that is genetics. Now I know there's a hype trend about bone smashing. I'm not suggesting you do that. Please don't do it. Don't even look into it. If you've done it, let me know, I guess. But the things you can actually change are 1, the connective tissue. That stuff can get thicker, but it takes time and it's a slow process. And the real game changer is the muscles that wrap around the forearm and into your wrists that these exercises help build. Because they actually respond, and they respond fast to grow fast. So if you're trying to build thicker wrists, that's where you should be focused on. And here's what's wild. That's actually where the Soviet wrestlers had it figured out before most people were even thinking about it. They followed something called irradiation. It sounds intense or like radioactive, but it's not. It just means you stay tight through your whole body while you move, like you're squeezing everything a bit. When you do that, your forearms fire harder on every rep without even doing any extra work. And that's honestly how these wrestlers ended up with such thick wrists. They stick to the right kind of movements, train them properly, and keep doing them long enough to actually show for it. Now you might be thinking, I'm not a wrestler, why should I build these wrists? Well, here's the thing. These are just movements. You don't have to be a wrestler to need thick wrists. These are just specific movements that you actually go through in your day-to-day. Because think about what wrestling actually is. You're holding on to someone who's doing everything they can do to get away. That's the whole demand. And anytime you need to carry something, like if you want to carry all of the groceries in on one trip, you need this. Stuff like the towel hangs, rice digs, and knuckle push-ups hit the same kind of demand on your wrist that you need every day. If you take away anything, it's the stay tight idea. It works for everyone. Squeeze your hand, keep your body tight, so your grip works harder without you overthinking. Now, if you don't want to come back to this video over and over, I built a free printout so you can get everything at once. You can print it out, lay it on your pillow, or whatever. Link in the description. Also, if you want to keep working towards your dream body, click the video on the screen. YouTube thinks you need it, so click it and see if they're right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.